Well, hello again, YouTubers. This is Terry from my cottage up north. Welcome back. Today is my last cook down. It's the 9th cook down I've had. Every one have averaged 25 to 30 gallons, sometimes 35 gallons a day. So this is the 9th one and the final one. I pulled the taps yesterday, and when this is done, all I'll have to do is cook it down to syrup and then bottle it. So we'll show you some of the bottling, maybe some more of the cook down from near syrup to syrup. We'll just see how things go. Alright, check in with you later. I don't know if you could see me out here. It's pretty dark out yet. It's only 20 minutes after 6. And our temperature is 38 degrees. So she's a warm one. Trees will start budding this weekend. It's supposed to get into the 60s. But this is what it looks like at 20 after 6 in the morning right now. Kind of cloudy this morning. We have to get the tractor out and get going. I got the barrel in, and I gotta get everything set up. I'll bring you back later. One of the first things we gotta do is get all the ashes out, or a lot of them. This is every morning when I cook. Over the course of a day, it builds up a lot of ash. I think that'll work. Now, oh, I'm filthy. Let's get it set up to burn. This is all wood scraps I had. And since this is my last burn, I'm going to use them up. Empty the box. Now we gotta get our pans. Pretty good. Gotta get some sap in the pans before I start the fire. There. Now we can start the fire. Now we'll get our warming pan put on. process every day. How we doing? Cook pretty good. Well, looks like we got her. Normally I would close the door before I do this, but I want to show you what happens when I turn that fan on. See how that flame starts pushing straight up? It's even more pronounced when I close the door, but then you can't see it. But it takes a little bit to get her going in the mornings. So after we get going, then I'll bring you back. And I'm going to put my siphon in that I built. If you want to see more of that, check out one of my previous videos that will show it. There's a drip pan going in because we got to put a little more in there. What that siphon does, if you haven't seen one of my previous videos, the drip pan puts sap into here, and normally I would have to pan it into the other one. The siphon does that automatically. It just keeps them both level. I don't have to just pan it across all the time now. It's about 6:45. And as you can see, I'm starting to get steam already. It takes a little while to tend that fire when it first gets going in the morning. Got to put smaller pieces on until it gets going good, and then I put some bigger ones on. Well, we'll bring you back later when we get a boil. Today I've got 27 gallons left to cook down. I haven't done a total yet, which I'll probably go in and do while this is warming up and let you know how many gallons I cooked this year. Well, I just went in and counted up how much I cooked. After I get done cooking today, I will have cooked 273 gallons of sap. Now, in the whole scheme of things, that makes me a very small producer. Very small. Plus, I don't sell any. I usually give it away to family and friends. For 273 gallons. As you can see, we got ourselves a pretty good fire in there now. The steam is starting to come up more and more. As we get into this farther, I'll bring you back, but right now I'm just going to shut you off. It's just about 7 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, it's gotten lighter out. It's supposed to get rain later on today, but it never froze last night. As you can see, there's water puddles sitting everywhere, so that would be the end of sapping anyway. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, I can see the buds coming out on the trees. Once that happens, syrup's no good, or the sap's no good. Might as well pack it in and call it a year. sky is kind of pretty this morning. Still not quite sun up yet. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe if I put you against the tree, you can see the heat coming out of that stack. But you don't see any smoke. That says she's burning very efficient. But this is my setup. I gotta add some more liquid to the pan. That's what I do all day long, about every 10 to 15 minutes. Add water, add sap to the pan, the warming pan, and feed wood into the cooker. Like I said, this has worked out very well. This last year, my neighbor gave me all these metal panels. He had to replace his roof from the storm damage a year and a half ago, so I put them up, but then I used 2x4s as the cross bracing, so I had to put some shields up to keep the heat away from those 2x4s, because they would burn otherwise. It gets that hot. But just putting those simple shields up, that helped. It gets warm, but not as warm. I'm so warm that I can't put my hand on them, so it's working. Alright, we'll check back in with you later. Good morning again, YouTubers. Well, we got sun up. Well, it's been up for a little bit now, so it's going to kind of a cloudy day today, so it isn't going to be too bright, I don't think. They're saying we're supposed to have thunderstorms or possible thunderstorms later on tonight, so we'll see if that comes in. I'm sure glad this is my last day of cooking. I've had 12, 13-hour days cooking for the last 4 days now. So I just walked over and checked the trees that I took the taps out of. There's nothing coming out of them. But like I said before, you can see the tops are pretty much starting to bud out. And that's the end of her. So we have the 27 gallons to cook down, and we got a pretty good boil now. It's about 8 in the morning. This one, it never does boil too much, but this one I got a good rolling boil. I don't know if you can even see it through the steam. But we'll get this all processed. If you watched any of my other videos, you see how much the wood has gone down. Everything I had piled almost up to the top of that metal is gone. Plus this one is almost gone. So I think I'll be able to get finished today without hitting the other one. So that one will be sitting here for next year already. And then I'll start piling more wood in this summer so I can have some for next year. Alright, we'll check back in with you later again. We had kind of a pretty day out here today. Sky's clearing out. A little filtered sunshine. Snow's melting. About an hour ago it was about 45 degrees. I think it's probably closer to 50 now. In the sugar shack, it's about 70 something in here. I had to take my big coat off. I've got about 15 gallons left in the barrel yet. So it'll probably be 4 or 5 o'clock before I'm done today. I've got a pretty good boil going. It's about 9:30 in the morning. So it's early yet. We got good boil going. I've got the drip pan going in pretty steady just to keep it at a level I want, which is about 1 to 1.5 inches in each pan. But we got ourselves a hot fire. Let's see if we can open this once. We got ourselves a pretty hot fire in there now. So she's going good. We'll check back in with you when you get a little farther along. Well, we're back, YouTubers. It is about 11:45. And we only have about 8 gallons left in the barrel, so we're doing pretty good. Got so warm out I had to go and take my bibs off. Not that it's that warm outside here, which is probably in the 50s. But in here, it's probably about 75 degrees right now. The bibs are just too warm. I got a decent boil going. Wood's getting lower. So, there isn't too much to say about it except cook, cook, cook. As you can see, the pan on the left, that's getting a little darker because that's always kind of the concentrate. The sap is a little heavier, or as it boils down, it gets heavier than water. So the siphon kind of picks that up more from the bottom of the pan and brings that over to this pan. Every so often I equal them out, and so the color's about even. And the sap is getting old. You can see it's foaming more than it usually does. But that's why we're ending it today. Plus I got plenty. Welcome back, YouTubers. Time for a check-in. We're down to about 1 gallon or so in the barrel. So that'll be coming out very soon. And it's only 2:30 in the afternoon, so she's boiling good. But this is where we're at right now. I just threw more wood in, so that's why this first one wasn't boiling much. As you can see, it's getting darker. So this, like I said, is my last boil this year, except for finishing, and I'll do that in the garage over propane. But I want to thank you for joining me. When we get down to the end, where I pour it off into the barrel, into the container, I'll probably turn you back on again so you can see that. Alright, check in with you later then. Well, YouTubers, it's check-in time. It's 4:30. We're down to 1 pan now. I just switched it over all to 1 pan. As you can see, I got quite a boil going. Now I got to bring that down to 217, and then we'll be finished for today. Right now we're sitting about, I don't know if you can see it or not, we're sitting about 214. So I actually have 2 probes in it right now because I found out one of them's a little bit off. But we'll just keep going until we hit the 217, and then we'll dump her in and we'll be done. Alright, we'll check in a little bit later. Alright, for that temperature, these off of here. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. So. I do that all the time. I wonder why they don't work right. Well, it still works. Same with this one. Alright, those are off. No, put it down here. Turn the fan off. There's another batch of near syrup. That's going to do it for today. If you liked it, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe. Share it with your friends. They might like it. And if you want to be notified of future videos, hit that little bell, and then YouTube will notify you whenever I put up a new one. Until then, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.